Okay, good morning.
Good morning, Ed.
Good morning, Ed. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
Well,
Do you want to introduce yourselves?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Good to go. Well, I'm Elaine, and this is Steve, and this is our shop, Anagram Antiques. Welcome. Good to see you here.
Thank you.
I'd also like to introduce my little bear, Eleanor. She's my pet Steve. A lot of antique shops have a dog or a cat in the shop. We have a Steve bear who graces us with her presence. And a little hit out, she wears baby clothes from the shop next door in our market too, so we can help our neighbours out.
That's nice. And you do a lot with bears, don't you?
Yes, I do. I've got, I like bears, and so many end up in homeless. So I rescue homeless bears, and I dress them in vintage baby clothes and quality costume jewellery, vintage of course, and I style them. I give them a little personality, maybe a little handbag or a little accessory, and they have a name, and they're £10 each, or £5 for a little one. And they're great fun to have in the shop, and they make the children and the ladies and the gentlemen walking by smile.
We just looked at the display of the teddy bears. They're absolutely amazing. Are they available online?
They are available in shop only.
In shop only, is
They're a
it?
bit bulky to post, and bears get travel sick.
Right.
So if you want one of our bears, you need to come pick it up.
Well, do you want to give them the address while we're doing the introduction, Steve?
It's Anagram Antiques,
Yeah.
Unit 38, Pontypridd Indoor Market, Pontypridd CF37 2ST.
Thank you very much. At least everybody knows where you are now, so they can come and find you. Now, you two have an interesting story, don't you? You met recently, well, not recently, a few years ago online.
Yes, we did indeed.
And
Take it away, Doc.
go on, let's hear your story. It's quite a nice story.
Steve was living in London, and I was living in Perth, Western Australia, and we both belonged to an antiques Facebook group. And Steve sent me a friend request because he liked my profile picture, and he'd been doing videos from his market stall in London, so I knew what he looked like and I knew what he sounded like, and he had a twinkle in his eye. And all unknowing to me, he kind of liked the look of me too. Well, this old man was moving home to Wales, and I sent him the first private message to say, good luck moving back to your home country of Wales. I wish you all the best. Well, one thing led to another, and the bold Welsh lad informed me that he was coming out to Australia to marry me. So having been a widow for 10 years, I had a little think about that, and I said, well, you know, we better have a look at each other in person and see what we think. Anyway, Mr. Bunny landed, and it was very successful, and we were married 4 weeks later, and we got married in Perth, Western Australia. I was given away by my son.
I watched the wedding.
And it took me 18 months or more to get British citizenship and a British passport, as my mother was British. So I achieved that, and here I am at Anagram Antiques with Mr. Bunny, and having a wonderful time.
And isn't that an absolute lovely story?
Yeah.
You saw him and didn't run away.
No, she didn't.
It's a really, really nice story, touching.
Well, he saw me and didn't run either.
Okay. So, yep, I actually saw the wedding. It was streamed live online, wasn't it? So, or filmed and put online, but I've seen the wedding. Anyway, we come today to have a look around your wonderful shop. So, we've talked about your teddy bears. We'll start. Do you want to give me a tour, or do you want me to walk around?
I'll give you a little tour.
You can give me a little tour.
This is a little initiative that I put in place about 6 weeks ago. It was a bookshelf with very boring things on it. And I decided I wanted something interesting, some affordable bling, and it's called the Embellished Elephant. I like elephants. A lot of people collect elephants. A lot of ladies out for town, or young people that are just visiting Ponty for the day. Sometimes they want a little affordable gift for someone. And occasionally it's just nice to pick up a little trinket to take home, just to remember your day out. So I've really priced everything, all my little carefully picked vintage beads and necklaces. Necklaces are £3, the little bracelets are 50p. I've got little curiosities from around the world, all affordable bling, as I call
And I
it.
like your elephant theme.
Yes, the elephants are lucky, and many people collect things, and I just felt that it was a good theme I like elephants too. And so they're just pretty things. There's all kinds of bits and bobs. New stock coming in all the time. And nothing more than £15. Most of
Fabulous.
the price points are either £5, 10, most expensive.
Very affordable.
Yep.
Very good.
So there you go for the elephant collectors and the lovers of shiny things. We have many other things in the shop, some beautiful antiques. Mr. Bunny is our dedicated glass specialist, for example. We have a beautiful collection, I call it all the rainbow glass, that we have displayed across the top of the cabinets. It catches the light beautifully. We've got a selected range of Lalique, which is what you would call the best quality glass in the world, I believe. And they are beautiful, subtle pieces that we have in our cabinet of treasures there. We've got some Clarice Cliff. We've got a couple of examples of Moorcroft. I've got a beautiful pair of Majolica figurines that I found at a car boot sale. I was absolutely delighted with those. Got a small example of your Royal Dalton lady figurines, because there are people who do collect them, and as you can see, I've arranged them in a pretty display to represent spring.
Yes.
We've got Royal Dalton. I've got some beautiful Russian animal figurines. We've got a little zoo set up here.
They're all the Lomenstoff, I take it.
We've got the Royal State Coach that was made in Cumbraun by Crescent Toys.
Yep.
Back in the day. This was for the Silver Jubilee, so it's very timely to have it displayed at for this bank holiday coming up. We've got a beautiful range of silver smalls. I'm
going to go through it all slowly in a minute, but you keep pointing out a minute and then we'll have a look.
You've got a beautiful Victorian mug there, that's a beautiful piece. We've got some lovely Italian silver miniatures. They're as pretty as could be for the miniature collector. They're in beautiful condition. We've got Art Deco condiment set here. We've got two actually, so if you're an Art Nouveau fan, and Art Deco fan, there's some beautiful pieces of silver there for you. Beautiful range of sterling silver jewellery from all around the world. Got a beautiful amethyst ring.
I think it's over in here.
It's just in the cabinet here. That's a 4.5 carat amethyst ring. In a 9 carat gold setting. That is a lovely
But what we'll do
piece.
towards the end, a few of these really nice pieces, we might pull out and just focus just on them, just so the people, ladies and gentlemen watching, can have a good look at a few of the nice items.
Steve's got a beautiful display of mid-century modern West German pottery. We've got a huge range. We've got them lined up around the walls, literally. And they are very popular with the young people at the moment.
Yes.
We sell a lot of those for people doing up their homes and their flats with the mid-century modern furniture. We've got a lovely range of traditional teaware. We've got mid-century modern, very usable kitchen items. Got your tureens there, and got some beautiful pieces of 1960s.
That's a nice Art Deco one, isn't it?
Yes, nice Art Deco. There's some beautiful bits of 1960s glass, very usable. Not just something to put on display, but you can actually use these pieces as well. Got everything colour coordinated, so that if you buy one thing, it could lead to another, because they'll sit together. The colours sit together very well in your home. Gives you some ideas of how to display. More of the affordable costume jewellery. Get a lot of ladies coming in.
There's a lot of people like the costume, the old-fashioned costume jewellery.
I try to pick selected pieces.
Yeah.
It's just carefully picked. There's not too much of anything.
Yep.
Everything's a one-off. You won't find it again in a hurry, which is the idea. So if the ladies that like the boho style dressing, or even a more modern style, there's something for everyone here, really. I mean, these are natural shell and glass. £5.
Must be
Can't
nothing.
go wrong.
No, you
It's
can't.
Beautiful it's if you wanted to set off an outfit, and I enjoy fashion, so it was a way of bringing my passion for fashion into the antiques world.
Well, you can see the ladies touching here compared to when I was filming my shop. Let's put it that way. It's very pretty.
I love colours.
Also, we do have some Swansea porcelain.
Well, do you want to start me off then with your favourite display? Because I know you're proud of your uranium.
Oh, yeah, I love my uranium glass. I just like the way it shows off.
And what makes it glow like that is the black light.
Yeah, the ultraviolet.
They're two different colours. And the normal light, it's a total different colour to what you're seeing now. Careful.
Pull that up.
There you go.
Put it back in. This is the latest acquisition. Just bought a few days ago from the local charity shop, a few doors up there.
Have you found out who that one is yet?
No, I haven't found out who the maker is yet.
I think it's Cambridge.
If anybody wants to know how to identify this type of glass, go to 20thcenturyfactoryglass.com.
And of course, it shows up a lot better with the torch than...
Yes.
Because it's more direct, isn't it?
I love the glow on this Vaseline piece.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
George Davidson
Very nice.
citrus pearl line. Dates about 1889. And coming on this way, then up in the top, we've got a John Rose Colport blind mould dessert plate.
Charlotte
Charlotte
Reed.
Reed. And down the bottom, we've got the Swato ware dish. Late Ming. There's the celadon glazed. And at the bottom there's a few other pieces.
Let me get in there if I can, Steve, so I
Yeah.
can get a decent shot of it. That Charlotte Reed's always nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
then there's the Swansea Porcelain bowl and platter.
I'm always proud anytime I find Welsh porcelain.
Masons and more Charlotte Reed and Glyn
Yeah.
College for Denby. Of course, in here we do have
More of Elaine's displays.
more Elaine displays. but
Looks lovely.
Also,
Mary Gregory, is it?
It's our red
Yeah.
glass.
Mary Gregory.
Very nice hand enamelled glass. Elaine, you've done an absolute fabulous job, honestly. It's beautiful. When I had my shop, you could see a man had done it. But this has got the lady feminine touch.
Then of course, as you turn around, you've got the Old Country Roses.
Well, I know a lot of people are buying that now. It's very big in like tea shops and things like that, and tea parties. So yeah, that's
And
always
we've
in.
got some Murano and some Czech and some other bit. There's a Romanian dish in there. And going over, and you've got your blue and white collection. And in here, this is again
Careful.
a nice little charity shop find the other day.
Oh, that's a Chinese. No, Worcester. That's Worcester, isn't it?
1775 Worcester. But it has been said it could be Corthley, but most
Yeah.
people saying it's Worcester.
Yeah,
1775.
yeah. Very nice. When you pulled it out first, I thought it was Chinese.
Yeah, well, there's a few people thought it was Chinese. Actually.
Believe it or not, when I was studying the Chinese, the amount of Worcester I used to buy because it was copying the Chinese porcelain, and it's not a bad mistake to make, is it?
This is a beautiful little piece.
Are they Derby?
No,
No.
it's not. It's actually Rinconada de Rosa from Uruguay.
There's one I've never come across before, Mayor.
Yeah,
It's all raised up and jewelled.
yeah.
In the cabinet, you know, with the other bird as well, you'd think Crown Derby
Yeah.
at a distance. I see Sir Winston Churchill above you there, looking beautiful as always.
The painting on the bust.
I like the painting.
Yeah.
I remember you buying that. I liked that when you bought it. It's almost like a palette painting, isn't it?
And as you bought the other day,
Yes.
got a wheel in the middle. Mine hasn't.
Yes. Well, I had the ship's wheel and the knots, didn't I?
Yeah.
We do have another one here with a
Yes.
red catch and the knots. We used to have something very similar in my Sea Scout hall back in Australia with
Is
all
there?
the knots. Yep.
And you got a nice little selection of paperweights here. That's nice, your Caithness.
Yeah. Limited edition.
Limited edition number 26 of 750. I've been doing a lot more with paperweights over the last 6 months. We're going to get around to the Lalique in a moment. That's where I'm heading towards. So this Lalique, is it René Lalique or later or both?
There's René Lalique and there's Lalique.
Let me step back so you can see.
The plate is René Lalique.
Very nice.
It's the Homo pattern, 1931. And it's René Lalique Blois Champagne glass, 1930. And these two are just Lalique. This one's 1950s.
Take these away so you can see them there. She's absolutely beautiful.
The Florian lady, as she's called.
Now, if Richard's watching, he'd be dribbling. He loves his Lalique.
Yeah.
I've always wanted a piece of that, haven't he?
Most of the pewter is Archibald Knox, apart from this one. This is Kaiser's Inn. It's German.
Well, Archibald Knox, just for the people watching, is a designer who worked for Liberty in their Tudor range. And I see the nice piece of Christopher Dresser.
Yep. For New Hall pottery.
I was actually with you when you bought that one.
Yes.
I must admit I was a little green that day. Clarice Cliff.
Cliff.
Exceptional. That's a very, very strong cabinet.
And we've got what we call the pub cabinet.
The puppy bit.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's for the home bar decorators.
Yes, bit of brewery honor, is it they call it?
Brewery Honour, yep.
With the pub
Brewery,
advertising. Edinburgh Crystal ship's decanter there.
And these two miniature Harp Lager bottles
Are still full.
still full, never been opened.
Crack them open, there we go, we can have a pint.
Well, you could have a thimble full.
A mega pint.
Of course, there's the Clarice basket
Yeah.
as well there. Anybody who likes the NHS, there's the founder of the NHS there, Mr. Nye Bevan.
It's carved from coal.
Yeah, and the coal is from Tower Colliery.
Very nice, that's a nice unique piece. Ours is. I love the miner's lamps. I've actually got that Millennium
Yeah.
lamp. Everybody who watches knows I love miner's lamps. Now that's interesting. Is that Nordic?
It's Ukrainian,
Ukraine.
yeah.
Very interesting. Love the look on that charger.
And here we have the 8 RMS Queen Mary. It's a 1936. Take to pieces.
All
You
right.
unscrew them and you take every
The different
deck
layers
off.
of the decks.
And it's got the full list of the decks inside
Yeah.
of what's on. What's,
So effectively, it's early Lego.
well, not really.
It's like a cross between Lego and a jigsaw puzzle.
Yes.
It's Chad Valley, 1936.
Love it.
original. And then we have a model of the P&O ship Oriana,
Yep.
the Murano shell.
These dogs are nice.
The greyhounds, the two large ones are Art Deco,
Yep.
and the other one's an Art Deco style. It's
Yeah.
more modern. It's sort of, I think that's like a bronzed resin, that one.
Yeah, and they are bronze, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're very nice. Nicely cast. And the vases behind them, what are they, Japanese?
Japanese, yeah. And come down, you've got Dudson Jasperware Bachelor tea set.
Yep.
Behind that is the Spode Fortuna tankard. Coming down, then you've got Neo, and I think there might be one piece of Ladro there.
Yep.
And we've got some brass figures and that plain.
Oh, the airplanes now, yep. I'm coming around here because I can't tuck you down tidy.
Yeah, that's right. And then in
Got
the
some nice
top here we've
cars.
got mostly Wade Whimsies. Just some Art Deco bits and pieces.
Let's have a look in these cabinets by here, is it? So was it 9 carat gold with a 4.4 carat of amethyst? Very, very nice. What shapes are amethyst, and do you know?
What shape is it?
Yeah, it's like a pear shape, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shape.
Absolutely beautiful. I love these cabinets. You could spend all day and still not see everything in them, can you?
Yeah.
shop certainly is a credit to you both.
There you go.
Now you two collect silver anyway, don't you?
Yes, we do.
And you brought some of it from Australia. I remember
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Because I remember you when Steve visited you. He was buying silver out there. Because I'd been eyeing up, and it never came to the shop. It was a lovely silver servant bell. Still never made it to a shop.
It made it to our collection.
Somebody decided she wanted to keep it.
It got left behind. He left it behind in Australia when he returned to the UK.
That's as
And
much as giving it to you, isn't it?
I kind of figured out possession's 9/10 of the law.
Exactly.
I couldn't bear to keep it in Western Australia, bring it all the way across the world, and then sell it to somebody. Hello there.
Do you want me to come back?
Okay, so that's the look around the shop. Just want to thank you both very much for allowing me to come and have a look around.
No problem, it's our pleasure, mate.
You're welcome anytime, and thank you for coming to see us today.
Before I log off, what's your opening hours and days? Just for the people who are going to want to know.
Normally we're open about 7:30 in the morning.
Yep.
And we shut between 3 and 6.
6 days a week. Come on down to Ponty Indoor Market. We're here 6 days a
And
week.
do you have a contact number if anybody wants to phone before they come, just to make sure you're here? Or a card? There you go, I'll just display a card. I'll take one of these and I'll photograph it and put the details in the description for you
We're
both.
always here. One or other of us is always here.
But no, honestly, it looks absolutely amazing. I love what you've done with it. It's beautiful. Big improvement since you've arrived. I must be honest.
He's going to get grouchy.
Do you know, I loved my shop, but it lacked that female touch. It was, you could tell a man had laid it out.
I think it's visual merchandising skills. It's just
Yes.
visual merchandising skills. I call it painting with objects.
That's because you've worked in the retail
And
industry.
I put things together, and things just go. Some things just go together.
Yes.
And I'll put something together. If it doesn't work, I end up changing it because it's got to be just so. Just as far as the colours and the way things sit together. It's just, I'm very particular about.
Well, it
what I
works.
do.
It does work, yeah. It looks absolutely lovely.
Oh, thank you. Well, I try to tell a story with everything, so that if someone can imagine it in their home.
Yes.
And like I said when we were looking at the green things, you know, if somebody picked up one of those items, they could easily pick up the one next to it and take them home and put them together on a shelf, and they would look good.
Yes.
And I do try to introduce that with pretty much everything. And if something doesn't look right, then I do move it until I find the right place for it, don't I, Steve?
Yep.
I can be quite finicky.
Well, again, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Oh, we had a
And
whale of a time, didn't we, Steve?
Yeah.
Most interesting talking with you. It's great.
so I'll sign off and say thank you very much and bye for now.
See you.